Welcome back, YTPC. Paladin Piper coming at you with Mrs. Paladin again.
Hi.
So she is going to do a sniff test of a blend that is long gone, although it's coming back to European markets. I don't know if it'll come back to the United States or not. It is my sample from 907 Piper's Gall. I don't know if you can read this. Dunhill Dark Flake.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. So I never had many of the Dunhill blends before they all went belly up, or not really belly up, just decided to get out of the game. So I'm getting into Virginia Periques. Usually my missus here does not like the smell of Virginia Periques burning, but she doesn't mind them usually in the tin or in the bag. So I'm gonna have her take a quick sniff, see what she smells, and then we'll light her up and I'll let you know what I'm tasting and also kind of what she smells, so you guys can kind of know if you might want to smoke it around your significant other or not. So without further ado, Mrs. Paladin.
It's definitely like very tobacco-y. It reminds me of like when you walk in, like if you've ever been in a barn hanging tobacco, like you get that woodsy smell with it.
I grew up in tobacco country. You
Like,
smell any raisins or
I was gonna say with
fruit?
fig or like those darker type fruits.
Stone fruit?
Yeah.
Do you detect any topping, like any casing or vanilla, honey, sugar,
No.
molasses, anything like that?
No, it's just very like, reminds me of like a Virginia.
Oh, okay. She's learning her constituents slowly.
But yeah, it's like very tobacco-y.
Okay.
But it's like, I mean, it smells good.
Yeah, when I put my schnoz in the bag, I get a very deep, grassy hay.
Yeah, it's like literally walking into like a barn
Like a
that's
barn.
hanging tobacco
Yep, like
with
a-
hay in there.
Yep, like a moldering, very rich.
I need me a tobacco steak with it.
Oh yeah. Hey, we're in Kentucky, man. This is tobacco country. Definitely some stone fruit, a little bit of fig. The cut is a flake. It is a Virginia Perique. I believe it is a little more robust, if I remember reading about it a little bit, than just Dunhill Flake. I've never had Dunhill Flake to compare it to. I've had a lot of different flakes. I've had Orlick Golden Slice and Dragon Flake and those type of things. Well, Sam Gall was full Virginia. That's a deeper flake, much like this. Orlick Golden Slice is going to be more bright, grassy, citrus. Now, I'm not sure. I'm guessing based on the smell that this will be a little more full. But we'll get her lit up and see how it is. I am smoking it in my rusticated, let's see if you can see, meerschaum with a silver band on top, 9mm. This is not a P-lip, so I'm going to take it real slow because I get tongue bite very quickly. So here we go. Tamp it down a little bit here. It was pretty dry when I got the sample from Jay. I didn't really have to let it dry much, but so I don't know how out of the tin it would be. I assume it would be pretty moist in the tin. You might want to give it some dry time, but it's lightened right up. And I'm gonna hit it one more time, and we'll see what Mrs. Paladin smells. Okay, Mrs. Paladin, what do you smell?
Fire.
A fire. She just smells the fire. That's funny. So upon first light, I definitely got some rich, kind of figgy, fruity, deep tones though. Not bright, not citrus, but it's It's deep.
Like those dark fruits.
Like, yeah, very, very dark, pleasant, very pleasant. Almost like a deep grass, like leaves that have been kind of out for a while, like damp, dark.
See, I still don't smell anything.
She didn't smell anything on this one. Hey, this might be a good one. Maybe you guys can smoke this around your spouse. It doesn't smell like anything. That's good. So, for a lot of you guys, if you haven't tried Virginias, I've been working on them for a while. You really got to sip these guys. Virginias tend to get hot. They have a lot of sugar in them. The bowl will get hot, and it'll give you a tongue bite real quick. So this video might be just a tad longer than my normal ones, but I'm wanting to kind of go a little slow here. Piper's like that. She's like, "What you doing, Dad?"
I have nothing. You want to smell it?
So yeah, like a deep kind of woodsy, earthy. I'm getting some earth.
You like it?
She's like, "I like it."
Yeah, she's licking her lips.
It's almost reminiscent of a cigar. This is almost deeper than Sam Gawa's Full Virginia Flake, I think.
See, I still don't smell anything.
Hey, so no room note. I don't get much either.
I mean, it could be the fire overpowering it.
Yeah. It may just be slight. Let me tamp this down once here real quick. Tamper I'm using is 907's custom tamper. I'm assuming he made this. Jay, you still haven't gotten back to me on it, so excuse me. Now there was a really nice burst of raisin. I'm not detecting any Perique. Perique tingles me, and I get a big spice with Perique, and I'm not detecting any. Very smooth. I haven't had any bite, but again, I'm taking it very slow. She's gonna take a little whiff here.
I mean, that, like, just get the char, but...
Just the char, yeah. It's pleasant. So, based on what you've smelled so far, let's give it a rating. So those of you that are just tuning in, an A is she could sit right next to me by the fire. I could smoke this. She'd have no problem. A B is pleasant, but she might kind of want to move farther away, maybe not have her friends around, let them smell what I'm smoking. C is okay, we're getting into the borderline territory of, maybe not really wanting me to smoke that around her, but, I can smoke it out here, whatever. And then D and F for her is, if you smoke that again, you die. So, what would you give it?
I mean,
This is based on smell for her.
I mean, I guess it has, like...
I'll do a big
like a
here.
slight kind of, like, that smoky, tobacco-y type smell, but, like, I cannot smell anything, so I would give it an A. If I got more of that, like, really strong tobacco-y, I would probably say a B, but, like, I'm not smelling that too often, so...
Okay. So right there, I tried to take a big puff of it, and what you taste is ash. I mean, you've got to sip these. Virginias are meant to just sip, slow down. And I tell you, that's one thing I love about pipe smoking is just makes you slow down. But For taste-wise, for my first impressions, I give it a B. I would definitely buy more of this. Can't really, unless it comes back to the U.S. market, but I like it. It's definitely a Virginia flake that I would probably cellar and wait maybe another year and pop it open and try again. Very pleasant. I wish I would have tried more Dunhill blends when they were around. I took them for granted. I've kind of figured such a big company with the history of Dunhill would be here forever, and they're not. So, well, that's it, folks. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, and as always, all the best to you and your family. Bye from the Paladins.